It was raining, it was cold, your toes were frozen.
1, 2, 3, United! Let's go, let's have fun.
And it was a tight game, 0-0 till about the 70th, 80th minute. We actually get a long ball over and one of our players just taps it in. We ended up getting the win and the trophy. For 4 years we've been working hard and we feel like this year, this is it, this year is the year.
You know, we're the school of Davids, and we're constantly demonstrating that we can beat the Goliaths, whether it's in Prince George's County or elsewhere in the state of Maryland or across the United States. And that mentality has kind of held true for the last 4 years in the classroom, on the soccer field, in society, in life.
We currently have around 335 students. About 14 different languages are spoken at our school, and about 24 different countries are represented.
I have friends from Syria, I have friends from Iraq, I have friends from Africa. So it makes me feel more comfortable to be an international kid surrounded by other international students.
I founded this school in August of 2015. I'm the only Latino high school principal in Prince George's County. I was born in the Dominican Republic, but I was raised in the Bronx. I thought I would never have the opportunity of going to college. I've been in their shoes. I know what it's like to feel persecuted.
He's lived it, and that's so incredibly powerful for our students to see a bilingual, once undocumented school leader who speaks their language and knows what they're going through and knows their struggles.
I was born in Eritrea, Eastern Africa, and I lived there until I was 6 years old, and then I left to live in Sudan, to be a refugee there.
I was living in El Salvador before I came to live in the United States. Before I started high school, I didn't speak English at all.
When I was 11, the UN, they brought me here to America. I never had any education before that. You know, I didn't know the language, I don't know the basic things like math, science, and anything. So it was very hard and I needed extra help that I never got until I came to school.
To date, we are one of the high schools with the most students exiting out of the ESOL program. And that's because of the services that we put in place for students.
We have an entire instructional staff that's willing to meet students where they are. For the student who has the interrupted education, for the student who is bringing PTSD into the classroom, we have very deliberately built a socio-emotional curriculum around empathy and around this concept of creating familial communities.
Where are we in this journey? Well, we are about to graduate our first class. We have kids that have gone above and beyond. They've put in the hard work, and we're ready to see them walk and graduate. I'm also working on my dissertation at the University of Maryland, College Park. Less than 1% of Latinos hold a doctorate. My students are slated to graduate on May 28th, 2019, and I am hopefully slated to graduate May 24th, 2019. I want to be on stage wearing my doctoral robe and allowing my students to see that you can do it.
With Mr. Beato, we can actually relate to him because he's an immigrant who also came over looking for a better future, and he's done that through school.
You know, I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx, and I went to Middlebury College in the middle of nowhere in Vermont.
When I graduate, I'm looking to go to a small liberal art college, student business.
My goals after graduation are to attend college, a four-year college. I have a big interest in like journalism and sports media.
Obviously, there's going to be some hurdles and some complications with undocumented students, but that first acceptance letter is a message to every other high school age newcomer that they too can go from being a non-English speaking newcomer to a high school graduate on the cusp of college.
When I get the college acceptance letter, my mom will probably cry. I'll probably slide on the floor like a soccer player celebrate. And then I'll start thinking, oh God, what am I gonna do then? Am I gonna leave after 1 year? Am I gonna finish 4 years of college? Can I handle 4 years of college?
The runs are beautiful, but just get that ball off your foot and then cut right into the middle of the field.
I plan on being involved in my students' lives until they tell me not to be anymore, and so, we'll make sure those supports are available.
I want our students to be remembered as trailblazers because they've just proven so many people wrong about what their expectations are of the immigrant community.
If you saw where some of these kids were 3 or 4 years ago, and if you think back to in their lives when they were sitting in a detention center somewhere in South Texas trying to find a family member, my students have experienced far more chaos and turmoil in their 17 or 18 years than I have in my 32. And whether it's our STEM team winning 4th place in an international STEM competition or our soccer team winning a county championship, our kids are changing what it means to be an immigrant high school student in America, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.